Mm. Welcome, one and all. Welcome for another game. I sound hopeful. Let's get this stream up in the background. Okay, cheers everyone who is jumping in right now to the stream. Cool. I'm all good. I'm set up now. Okay, all right. Here we go. Big game. As if. Nah. I'm trying to be hopeful, guys, but the season is dead. 3 back-to-back losses in the Serie A. It's not looking good. If you are joining, of course, it's always a pleasure, despite the circumstances, for us to make the most out of these games. The reality is we're dead in the water. We are dead in the water, and a win, I don't even want to talk about a win and what that might mean. I think we're all at the point where it's just very fed up of the season. It has been an absolute shambles from start to finish. And it's just, it's sad that we're at the start of March and we already want the season to be over. We're on the fear of what's coming up. But I'm not even going to ask what your predictions for today is, guys. I would rather we try to use a stream like today as a sounding board, and we go from there. But the reality is that we are in a shit state right now. But what can we do? I'll let a couple more people try to join in before we go through the traditional starting lineup, and try to break down the starting 11, which we'll make a move on in a sec. But yeah, it's not a fun time right now. Happy to talk about on the stream today, guys. Happy to talk about what's going on in the news. A lot of talk about who's going to take over the sporting director role, who's going to take over head coach for next season. Obviously, me and Lorenzo have been making videos as well, just on that. So we've given our opinions, but what's quite prominent is the fact that that it's clear that we are going to move from Conceição, and Christ, him firing his interpreter is crazy. Who will be sent off today? Yeah, good question, Alexandra. I mean, let's start with the starting 11 then, guys. If everyone has joined in, a debut for Warren Bondo, which is probably for me the only thing that I am intrigued to see. I do like Bondo, and Fofana has been shocking. The best part of the last 2 months now. And fair play, give the kid a go, because we bought him for a reason. And there's a lot of players who have been dropped here, and I think our frustration right now to the point where no one is off limits. Of course, it starts from management and then translates to the coach and his decisions, and how he's mentally not been able to recover this squad over the last month and a half. And then the players, just pathetic performances. Referees haven't been great at the same time, but Jesus, I mean, some of these performances and the lack of effort is damning. But yeah, it's a very hostile environment, Yusuf. So it's a fair point what you're saying there. It's just it, it's very toxic, and I really do try to hope that we enjoy watching games still, but I think between now and the end of the season, I think results aside, what I would like to see is a shift in attitude for some of the players specifically who want to be here beyond the season. Show us you care, and there's a lot of words coming out now from bigger players, and it sounds like as if they still believe and they still want to be united. Now show us. That's the only thing you could do on the pitch. You can recover a fan's opinions little by little, game by game, with consistency in performances and a consistency of just a willingness to work hard. I've seen too many times as of late, specifically these last 3 games, where we've played against sides where, if you looked at it on paper, we have the strongest starting 11, and then it just doesn't translate to what's on the pitch. And I think the starting point always has to be work rate. The Bologna game was adamant where, to be honest, Torino and Lazio was the same as well. But Bologna, where I saw just a sheer divide in just a willingness to work hard for the side, winning every loose ball, every second ball, making the difference from a quality perspective, and shifting that gap, and if not flipping it. And to be honest, as much as we want to sit here and I think look for scapegoats individually, whether it's refereeing, whether it's coaching, whether it's players as individuals, I think collectively there has been a failure on what this team, and I use the word team quite loosely because I don't believe we are a team, how far we have fallen as a team, because we are not a team this season. There's been very few times where I've seen us play as a team, and those are games like Real Madrid away, Inter Milan, and those games there. But it's the fact that you could probably count it on one hand, those performances. Other than that, it's really been individual performances, and sometimes it's been enough to get us victories. Sometimes it's barely been enough to get us draws. But most of the time, and I think we're sitting on 8 losses already this season in the Scudetto, let alone the fact that we've lost games in the Champions League as well. It's just night and day. And I've looked back on the previous seasons, and let alone we're sitting in 9th right now. That's obviously that's a fair point. That is as low as it's going to be for a while. But to be on 8 losses, I believe it was 8. To be on 8 losses already this season is so poor. When you look back to look at the final tables from even 2019, where we finished, I think 6th place or something like that. But the end of that season, I think we only finished on 8 or 7 or 8 losses. It's just the fact we're sitting here right now with that many losses, and equally the draws as well. But with so much points lost, with 11 games left to go to the end of the season, I think. What are we on? Game? Let me just double check. Match week 27. So there's 11 games left. It's so poor. Cheers, Esteban, for dialing in, man. I'll come to your comment in a sec. But yeah, it's so poor the amount of points that we have not been able to achieve, let alone, if you look at it from the glass half full, that we've dropped. It's so poor. I always say I can't remember the last time I lost 3 in a bounce, but in the league, that's shocking. That is so poor. And to be honest, if you look at those fixtures as well, Torino away, Bologna away, at home against Lazio, yeah, they're tough games. But no, never. I mean, if we were talking if we played 3 games back to back against Inter Milan, Napoli, and I don't know, yeah, let's say Lazio or something like that. I don't know, Atalanta, and we lost all 3, I would still be fucking pissed off. But we're supposed to be at least competitive against these sides, if not at least superior with the talent that we have, and we can put on the pitch. It's embarrassing. Anyway, I'm gonna stop ranting because I think the game is on now. Let's get the stream up quickly. But I'm going to continue ranting throughout the live stream, and I hope some of you guys join me and give me your opinions of the situation right now, because it's not good. It's not good, but we will. So let's just look at the starting 11. I'm actually looking at it on the screen right now. So yeah, Sportiello goes in goal with Mike suspended because of his red card after the game. I believe it was for dissent after that Lazio game. So yeah, Mike suspended, Sportiello in goal. Carl Walker goes to right back. So Jimenez is no longer starting in that position anymore. Teo Hernandez at left back. Oh no, it wasn't Teo. Was it Batasagi? 1 second. Let me double check that. Let me just double check that. Oh yeah, it was Teo at left back. Malik Chow and Gabia play at centre back. So no Tomori still. Fuels the fire with everyone's opinion on what Tomori's done against Conceição. Jimenez at right wing. Reinders at what looks like the cam position. Pulisic on the left, and then Santiago Jimenez up front. Look, we could go for we can go after quite a lot of things here, really. Leao benched, Fofana benched. Oh, that's a good play from Pulisic there. Fred's through tail. He's offside there. Jimenez puts the ball behind the ball in the net, but it looks like he was offside. Looks like he was offside. I think that's going to go to replay. They haven't ruled offside yet, so it's going to go to VAR. I think that looked offside. 1-0 in, 1-0 after 1 minute. Conceição's not looking too impressed, but 1-0. I mean, I'm all for the celebration, lad, but make sure you're on side here. So Pulisic, the tail's definitely on. And unless the ball is in front of Jimenez, which I don't know if it is, it looks offside. Let me know what you guys think. This live stream is sponsored by Estrella Galicia. No, it's not Galicia. It's a normal one, actually. Great beer. Cracking beer. It looked offside. Yeah, it's gone to VAR. No. No. It looked offside. I mean, I could see it from fucking open play, let alone the replay from side on. No. I think it's 0-0. What's going on here? Allora. The scoreboard's still saying 1-0. Well, my scoreboard's saying 0-0. Ah, there you go. Yeah, it's 0-0. It's 0-0. It's 0-0. Anyway, great start. Obviously, don't get me wrong. But we're still going to rant. To bring the ball forward here is Jimenez. Musa gets another game as well in midfield. Musa and Bondo. Bondo looks like the more defensive of the two, which makes sense. 1 second. Let me just reply to this quickly. Oh, Randers with a heavy touch. Looked like it could have been a decent bit of play there with tail open on the left, but now Lecce counter attack. Someone's open on the right. Good block from Carl Walker. They're claiming for a handball, but it's not given. Pulisic there to work with Jimenez. I mean, Lecce are a poor side. We really need to be winning this game, like, convincingly. Pulisic does really well to keep that ball in. He's taking it down the left side, down the Lecce right side. Go on, keep yourself on side. Oh, Alora. Not a bad move there. Bit of individual play from Pulisic. Okay. All right. Let's put a bit of the volume on so I can actually hear if the VAR gets called. Yeah. Is that That is Gianpaolo. It is Gianpaolo. Blast from the past. Quite fitting, actually, that he's lined up against us. Good play there from Musa and Reinders. Musa now back in possession. To play it out to the right with Jimenez. Good ball into the box. Oh, corner. Could have landed perfectly there for Pulisic, who's started off really well so far this game, I have to say. Midfielder started off really well as well, I have to say. They've been linking up pretty strong 5 minutes in. He does it at the part, yeah. Oh. Bondo recovers the ball, edge of the box. It's gone out to Walker, though. Reinders back to Walker. Back to Bondo. Still on that right side. He's going to try to drive it in, but go back. Safe to go back to Reinders there. Oh, yeah. Again there, like, why is... I mean, 1-0. 1-0 Lecce. 1-0 Lecce. I mean, can you sum up the season? Kristovic as well, a player we should be after. Cracking striker. I mean, can you sum up the season any fucking more than that goal? Comfortably in possession. And then... I mean, Reinders goes for a simple square ball to Jimenez, who is running like a headless chicken. I mean, it's slightly behind him, but like, fuck me. That is a clear indication of what's been wrong with this season. I mean, it's a cracking finish there from Kristovic, but we can't do this simple things. We can't do the basics. People are going to dial in now into live stream because obviously we're fucking 1-0 down. The basics of football, we just can't do right. We can't defend. We can't pass. We're not comfortable in the final third. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say when, and I feel for someone like Conceição, because like how can you fix that? How can you fix the basics of football? How can you fix someone just doing a simple square pass? It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I mean, I need to rewatch that back, but I'm pissed off more so with Jimenez because he's like a fucking lightning bolt sometimes. But Jesus, the kid's like, he's so erratic because he's so young. Good run by Musa. Go on, lad. Good shot. Nah, that was a good shot in a while, man. It was a good shot. It was a good shot. It was a good shot. Kristovic is a great striker, by the way. We should... I think as a second option, you know, if we didn't have a mountain of other holes to fix, as a second option, I would be I would love to go after Kristovic. He's a fantastic finisher of the ball. I don't know how many goals he's on this season. He may even be approaching 10. But fantastic. What a shot. Gabbia as well should have been much more aggressive with that too. Let's be crystal clear. Poor from him. I'm not watching on DAZN. I'm watching on One Football. Not nearly as in England, but yeah, man. I mean, same shit, innit? Same shit, different day. We start well, near enough. Well, put the ball in the back of the net after 1 minute. Valid as offside. I looked offside. It was clear as day. And not too long after that, we're down 1-0. It's just... This is the lowest. This is the lowest we've been. I'm convinced. I think we win this game still because I think like so far from what I've seen, like we're just significantly. I mean, I'm saying this like a fucking arsehole. We're significantly better than them from a quality perspective. But like once again, it comes down to work rate. Comes down to not being so fucking arrogant. But yeah. Yeah. Ollie just said the same thing from the chat too. It's our season in a nutshell. We're all over them. We've got the ball in their half, and then it's a crap ball. We don't play the law of averages well. We fuck, like, once again there, Jimenez, Reinders. Like, there's a great run by Teo there, but no one's picked it up, and it then turns into a Lecce sort of transition. I'm not a big fan of Allegri, yeah, but at the same time, like, I think we do need something to reset and understand and try to teach this team to be much more mature when in possession, because it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing how sloppy we just lose the ball, and not even that. How when we lose the ball, it instantly translates to near enough a goal scoring moment for the other side. It's embarrassing how easy it is to thread for us. It's embarrassing how easy it is to cut for us. Like an awful, like, the end of the day, like, a striker's gonna miss the link. Tail there, fucking hell. The striker's gonna miss the link up play. Like, you can't get it right every single fucking time. Like, Giroud suffered from that. But it's how you then. It's all about counter pressing. When you lose the ball like that, it's how you win the ball back straight away. And we are shocking at that because we're so overzealous by committing so many men forward in that moment. And equally, we don't have the players that can win the ball back easily from, like, a defensive, midfield perspective. Plus, like, defense as well, which is so sloppy that we like the teams will target us. Teams will target us. Goodbye, Reinders. Tail. Jimenez. Yeah, look, Persian skeptic. At this point, I'm just watching for shits and giggles. Yeah, man. Yeah, I agree. I said this before the stream. Yeah, like, like, the results mean nothing for me to the end of the season. As I said, it was more convince me from on the pitch. Like, what are we going to do to change the performances around? And it's like comes down to work rate. It comes down to just, like, these stupid moments, and then by nature that should then translate to results. If I just see the same old shit performances, and if we somehow snuff some results, that doesn't convince me at all. It makes me think just like it's like folly, like the way that if we ever to get wins like this. But, like, so far, it's the same shit we were expecting to see. Let's read some of this. Yeah, Forza Pantera 2.0. Agreed. Josh, questions like these, man. I'm always going to implore questions like these. Who's the best player with the worst shirt number you can think of? Do you mean, like, for Milan? Yeah. And when you say that, do you mean like my what shirt numbers do I like? Like, because equally, like, I think there's a thing about I'm a traditionalist. I love like numbers like 1 through to like 25 or something. Maybe probably 23. Anything above that, I'm not a big fan. So, like, when Gigio wears, like, 99, or Kessie was like 79 or something like that. Like, Moose is wearing 80. I fucking hate that. I just pick a fucking normal number. And I know we don't make it easy because, like, number 3 is retired, and so is number 6. But, like, just pick a normal number, man, bro. It's not that deep. That was a great shot. Yeah. Sorry, Josh, you come back to it now. So, yeah, if star players has a number like 47 or something, yeah, I fucking hate that. So, if I'm going to answer that from a Milan perspective, so from the current squad, who has a number that pisses me off the most outside of Emerson Royale wearing Kaka's number 22? I will go for. Let me just get lineups again quickly. Oh, Gabia, is that a goal? That looked like a great goal, that. 1-1. 1-1. I was literally about to say Gabia and it's number 46. 1-1. That looked onside, though. That looked legit onside. I doubt that's going to be turned over. Oh, was he on? Hold on. Did he go a bit? I think he went a bit early there. That'd be tail with 2 assists if it wasn't offside. Let's see if he's gone early. I think it's definitely going to be VAR. Verdict's coming in. Is it going to be 2 offside goals to start off this game? Clearly showing that we can score. Like, once again, the quality should be enough. Come on. Where's the camera angle? Is it offside or what? It looked like he slightly timed his run a bit too soon. He's a big old boy, Gabia. It's quite hard to tell because your eyes are just drawn towards him. And offside. 2 offsides. Offside. We move. It probably was offside, but I'd like to see the replay. It was a good play, though. It was a good routine, that. Anyway, back to this question, because I can't be fucked with this game anyway. Let's have a look. I was going to say, nothing to do with the goal, but Gabia's number 46 sometimes, like I said, I'm a traditionalist with the shirt numbers. But I do respect if you've worn that shirt number like throughout your youth team career. And then like Warren Mondo as well, wearing number 38. Like I respect if you come from the previous squad wearing that shirt number. I do love when like shirt numbers have meanings. I guess from the current squad, who annoys the fuck out of me with their numbers? It's gonna have to be Musa with number 80. I'm not a fan of Tammy Abraham wearing number 90, and I'm certainly not a fan of Ricardo Sotil wearing number 99. Like, you're fucking like forward players and you're wearing like number 90. Sort of like, what the fuck is that about, man? That's offside there. Yeah, it's offside. And then João Felix as well, number 79. Like those numbers there, like do my nutting. And then I think on the flip side, let me get the original question up. Who's the best player with the worst shirt number? I was about to say actually, like Jovic wearing number 9 is a fucking crime as well. Who's the best player with the worst shirt number that you can think of? I'm only gonna answer this for Milan because I ain't got the mental capacity to think of any other team. From our team, I will go for Mike. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a fan of Mike wearing number 16. It's always played on me because it's like like Donnarumma, yeah, for example, number 99, and like it's like I've grown up with the keeper wearing number 1, and then when you have to see like the knock-on effect of like the backup keeper then wearing a 1, it's just like, what the fuck are we doing here? Just pick the number. Like, it's not retired, but like wearing number 16 and shit like that, man. It's just like, just wait. It's like your number 1. It's like the fucking goat of all goalkeeping tops, man. So Mike wearing number 16 is that for me. The best player with the worst shirt number. No, let me know what you think on that question, anyone, guys. And answer that from a Milan perspective. Give me any other player you can think of around the world, past or present. Yeah. Here we go. Counter attack by Lecce. Score a second. I fucking beg. I beg you to score a second. Oh, Kristovic hits the post. Near enough scored. Nearly scored a fucking second. We look shit. You could put a knife through fucking butter in our defense. Like, how fucking easy is that? Walker as well. Oh my god. Could put a knife through butter and they call that our defense. Absolutely shambolic. Fucking hell. All right, Bondo plays out to Jimenez, who can't seem to get the timing of the run right, but he's drawn a foul. It's got to be a foul, surely. It's got to be a foul, surely. That's got to be a foul. I mean, the fucking run was awful, but like, I just fuck this league, man. Everyone who's jumped into the stream, guys, appreciate you guys being here. It's not easy when these performances are so dross, and Chow once again controlling. Just can't fucking score. I beg you, score. And he's just fucking pile drive that like wide of the goal. Pierotti should have made that 2-0. Let's be fucking real, yeah. Good point about Olufemi, yeah. Jimenez, yeah. Love him the bits, but Bra has not been good. He's not been good for a good couple of games now. But I was told he was the answer at right back. We just got such a toxic fucking status right now as a club. We look like shit, man. We look like shit. AC Milan 1899 was your personal favorite Milan player of all time. My favorite player of all time was always Gattuso. I was a big fan of his grinta. Always respected the fact that, you know, he wasn't the most technical. He was nowhere near the most technical player on the pitch, but best technical player on the pitch. But he was, I love the way he fought for the side. So Gattuso's up there for me. And I also love the fact he wore number 8, which is my favorite number when it comes to football, not just in general. Actually, my birthday's on the 8th of July, hence why. So Gattuso's up there for me. I think once again, it gives it away from the time I grew up. I also was a huge fan of Sheva and Kaká. I think that, you know, the heroes, I think of them in the way that they sort of like scored so many goals for Milan and saved us. So Kaká and Sheva. Shit from Jimenez. And then I'd probably say who else is up there for me? Who's up there for me? I think like when it comes to before my time, I would probably say someone like Ruud Gullit. Yeah, Gullit was fantastic. And then probably just like a random player who's up there as one of my favorites of all time. Just for kind of like, you know, like random like bants. I probably got to put a player like Yankolowski. I don't know, weird. Like I'm a big fan of left-footed players. And Marek Jankulovski was up there for me. I'll never forget that goal he got in the Super Cup against Seville. I think Pirlo threads the ball over the top and he just hits it first time on the volley. It was incredible. He didn't score a lot of goals for Milan, but like I think at a time when we needed a left back to come in and be relatively solid and create and score a couple of goals, I love Marek Jankulovski, and that allowed Maldini to transition a bit more into a centre back as well. A huge fan of Jankulovski. But let me know what you guys think. Pirlo says Olufemi. He's just anyone's tuning in. Thomas, Mickey, this team is a joke. Lavrino, all heart. Boban for me though. Great shout. Boban. Is it Zomamir Boban? I can't pronounce his first name. Boban was incredible. That 90s era, like even like Albertini, like classy midfielders. I am a huge fan of that too. Specifically, never usually a fan of like, I don't know, wingers for me are never up there. I'm always a big fan of like centre midfielders or strikers or defenders. Good ball over the top for Pulisic. Got no one on there. Marek was solid, yeah. And then Rijkaard and Kaká says Marco. Yeah. I've got when my older videos from my Sempre Milan, I've got a signed Kaká jersey from when we won the Champions League in 2006, 2007. Huge for me, Kaká. Although when Sheva was sold, that one got to me, man, because it was like when you grow up watching, specifically when you get into the club and you watch him score so many goals and essentially save us. But like obviously we had a great squad, but like he was always the one with all the goals and such. And Kaká was starting to come in, but like when we sold Sheva, I was like, oh shit, what now? Specifically after Istanbul, when it was like had the wheels fallen off, and then you get Kaká in that moment, and he sort of revitalized the club before he was sold too. But what a name. To be fair, Massimo Ambrosini. Yeah, you've got me with that one there too. I'm a huge Ambrosini fan. I think not only just what he did on the pitch, which he's like, when you think about Milan, and he's probably like the 12th name that people will think about when it comes to that Milan side in the early 2000s to the latter 2000s. But it's the fact that like he stayed relatively competitive in the squad. Huge goals. I think including that semi-final crucial goal against PSV that got us to the Champions League final before Istanbul. So he was just so solid, like in the air, so solid popping up in the box. And then like his importance in the formation in 2007 when we needed to be much more solid and versatile in midfield. Just incredible centre midfielder. And then even after that, when all the senior players retired and we sold Thiago Silva and Ibra, Ambro was imperative. He was so crucial when it came down to kind of just being such a reference point in that midfield. Because we can't forget the fact we got the Champions League after that season as well. But he was huge that season to allow other players who weren't that good in midfield. I mean, our midfield back then was like Nocerino, who had the massive like fall from grace from his previous season after getting all those assists from Ibra. And then like the other midfielders like Boateng dropped off as well. Montolivo came through as well, so he was doing quite well. But Ambro at his age, incredible, and I think he moved on to Fiorentina after that. But he was such a great midfielder. What else we got in here? Noir says Maldini, Nesta, Stam, Cafu. That was a defensive line. They deserve a goalkeeper who was more consistent than Dida. Agreed. There's always that clip in it. I don't know if you've seen that, guys, when Ruvan Nistori is doing like a talk at some university or something like that. And he's saying about like, who's the toughest defense he ever played against. And he spoke about that when he played against Milan in 2003, which I believe is the two games when we beat them 1-0 home and away. Crespo scored in both legs. And he spoke about the defense that he played against, and he said it was, that back four that you just mentioned: Maldini at the left, Cafu on the right, Sam and Nestor in defense, and then in front of them was Gattuso, Pirlo doesn't lose the ball, Seedorf strong as an ox. But yeah, that defense, man, I think it puts a tear in my eye sometimes when people talk about I used to play as Milan in Pro Evo, and such. Never forget those screenshots of you see the Inter side and the Milan side, and it was just incredible players. But yeah, Dida was good, man, until he got hit by that flare, and the flare fucked him up, and he got caressed by that Celtic fan as well. That was a bit of a mare too. Yeah, man. Yeah, the starting 11 in 94 and 2005 finals was scary, man. Absolutely scary. Well, we were just a force, man. An absolute force back in the 80s and the 90s. Football was so much different back then. Kristovic, he's gone down. He's been injured in. But, yeah. I mean, I haven't got my volume on full blast, but, the atmosphere does look pretty good. It looked good as well with, who was it that we played the other day? Bologna. Their atmosphere there is incredible. My family's from Emilia-Romagna, near, outside Parma, and I've never been to Bologna, but I wouldn't mind actually going to a game there one day, because I thought the atmosphere when we played against them was incredible. Pre-match as well, the way that their fans were singing before the game, some sort of I don't know, maybe they always sing that song before the game starts, but yeah, I thought it was incredible there. Put my thing on charge equally. Dida wasn't. Hey, let me get this comment up quickly. Savicevic, great player, banger. That goal against, was it Barcelona, the 4-0? I used to watch Milan best goals of all time, and that clip always popped up. Savicevic. Josh, again, I hear people say Dida's overrated and others say he's underrated. Even I'm torn. Dida was let's put it this way. Milan hasn't always been known for having the best goalkeepers of all time. Hold on. Ryan has put through Pulisic. It's a shot straight at the keeper, though, and Lecce are probably going to clear that. Yeah, Milan haven't been known for having the best keepers of all time. Look, and Mike's incredible, don't get me wrong. Donnarumma as well, prodigy too. As I see Sportiello barely kick the ball out of play. Dida, let's not forget, when he came in, he was fantastic. He was very reactive goalkeeper for us. Crucial in the penalty shootout against Juventus. Whilst I think at the time penalties back then were just weird. You can come off your line for fucking 10 meters and still save. It was crazy time back then. But yeah, he was crucial for us. And then and then that flare happened, and it was. Yeah, I mean, the amount of mistakes that he made was laughable. I mean, what was it when because he's got older, I think he's just got shit in it. But it was just the comedic mistakes that he would make. It was against Real Madrid when we beat him 3-2, and in the Bernabeu when Pato scored the winner. When he bounced the ball off his fucking knee, and then Raul's just intercepted it and scored. It was just crazy, man. How? Yeah, I mean, this sums it up. Dida would have brilliant saves and then blunder some mediocre ones. So I'll just have those moments where you're just bro, it's not that fucking hard. Just don't be an imbecile. Yeah. So I'm torn. I always respected Dida, and look, and I think what Dida as well did for us as well, the way he allowed Mike to integrate, and I always put this down as well. Mike's best ever season for us came because of Dida, because it was the Scudetto season, I believe, and Dida was the goalkeeping coach, and there was something there for me, and I don't think we've ever seen Mike be that good as he was that season, and I think there was something there with the goalkeeping coaching team that we had, and Dida was instrumental there, specifically helping Mike individually integrate into Serie A and Italian football. Yeah, Thomas agreeing on that one as well. Yeah, performance has gone to shit now. 30 nearly 35 minutes in, and yeah, we're trailing at Lecce. It's embarrassing. Kyle Walker has one of the weirdest crosses I've ever seen. Goal kick. Yeah, great cross. I mean, if we lose this game, I don't know what to say. Just reset the club, man. Reset the club if we lose this game. Was that button in FIFA? End club, wherever it is, isn't it? And it's got Arteta's face, like with his head in his hands. Moose is driving the ball forward here. Gets pushed over. That's got to be a foul, though. It's got to be a foul. He finishes his nuts quickly, and I can actually stop eating them during the stream. Sorry, I'm starving. Okay. Some comments coming in. Oh, fucking hell. What angle was that? Worst players for us. What? This game? All of them. Leao's warming up now. Okay, great. It's just like, what's the fucking point? What's the point in benching him, man? We do this shit all the time. All the time. And this is my worry. People ask me, what, should we sell Leao or not? And my answer is hell fucking no. Because you know what I don't trust? I don't trust this side being able to get their acting gear post life without Leao. We are, and it's probably because we've had so many years of it, of like being like, Leao and Inshallah, and purely being so over dependent of it. There's something just concurrently fucked on the way that we try to create opportunities and score goals. Without Leao, we can't do it. So I can't. As much as I don't, I always said this again. As much as I don't believe Leao is the player that we all want him to be, he's a player I think he is, who is inconsistent, who puts up good numbers, but he's not going to die. I don't think he's ever going to transition into that player that we think he's going to turn into, or we try to defend him against with people on social media. But as long as you can live with that, then fine. I can live with that. But if you think he's ever going to be better than that, and if you think, okay, yeah, I'll part ways, I don't get 70 to 100 mil, I don't believe in this team, in this management, that they'll replace him and allow us to transition away from life after Leao. I think it's going to be the start of a really bad era for us, and it's going to take a while to get out of that. Good play there, though. Reinders, Jimenez, the tail's through. What are you going to do with that? That's got to be a foul, no? Well, he's intercepted that well. Corner. That's actually a good tackle. I'm not going to lie. Tail's probably... No, I'm not going to go after tail. Get rid of Leao and keep Salah, says Mason. I think we keep Salah. I mean, I would keep Salah makers. The reality is, to be honest, if you're Salah makers, why the fuck would you want to stay? Like, why would you want to stay? Like, if Roma can put up the money, I'd be like, go on, fuck it, Roma buy me. Because, at the end of the day, Roma are more likely to start you and believe in you. Roma are going to probably finish higher on the table than us, and let's say finish in a European spot. Why the fuck would you want to stay? I like Salamakers, I really do. I believe in him a lot more than I believe in players like Chukwueze or even right now, like someone like Jimenez. Great. Oh, good head. That's got to be a goal there from Jimenez, though. The Santiago that one I'm implying. Yeah, I don't trust the management for that. Exactly, that's the point. I don't believe. Me and Lorenzo discussed this. We basically said that I think all roads obviously is leading to Conceição being fired. Don't get me wrong, and it could be between now and the end of the season, or if not at the end of the season. Now, everything starts for me from the choice of the sporting director who's going to take over this club, take over that responsibility for the club. We need someone to come in who has an idea of football, who has an idea of the league, who has an idea on how we want to play, the players that we'll recruit, the style of football, the players we want to keep. And I think after that, you make the decision on who you're going to sign as the coach, because it needs to meet the style of football. Otherwise, none of it makes sense. It's no good signing all these, illustrious attacking players and then signing Allegri. And it's also no good signing someone like, I don't know, De Zerbi, and then, your strategy is then getting more hardworking wingers, for example. It needs to make sense. We need to believe in a project that we're going to sign up to. And that comes initially from the sporting director and then comes from the coach. And then after that, depending on that strategy, if we want to get away from potentially playing as individuals and more as a team, then it comes down to the question of, do we keep or sell players like Rafael Leao or Teo Hernandez? And then what's the strategy? But goddamn, believe in it and commit to it. The worst thing and the reason why I'm worried about this management is because they'll go, this is the idea we want to go. This is the coach we want to do it with. And then blow up everything. And then 6 months later, have to react to that decision and then try to recover. And they've done nothing so far in the 4 transfer windows to make me believe that that's not going to happen. So anything but that is going to happen. It's clearly going to happen. I don't understand the project. I don't understand the brand of football. And it comes back down to like ownership, Cardinale. It comes to what's his name, Fulani. I keep saying this. If you can get rid of all of them in a heartbeat, I fucking would. I really would. A project is only as good. A club is only as good as the higher pieces. It's clear as day that we played our best brand of football, and even if it meant like we didn't have the best players on the pitch, but we played with the heart that was required of it. When the setup was Elliot as owners, Maldini, Masala, Gazidis, everything was structured. Everyone was likable. It was a cohesive unit. All I'm reading so far now is Ibra, Moncada, and Fulani want different sporting directors. Like, what the fuck does that? That tells you everything you need to know about how hopeless we are as a club if all of those people stay. That unit needs to be linked. It needs to be completely linked, and I need to understand this is what's right for the club. This is the right direction. Otherwise, if we're not signing up for the same fucking regime, then we might as well just end the club. End the club. Or sell the club. Because you have a fucking rudderless team underneath you, Cardinale, who, as much as people want to say, like, Conceição going, they're, Ibran, is it Fulani or Moncada's, they're every day in training. Doesn't mean shit. It doesn't mean shit when, I could be the pilot of a plane that's burning down, and on the plane it's still fucking burning down. I could be the captain of a ship that's about to go into a fucking iceberg and it's got massive holes in it. It's still about to sink. Just because I'm on the ship doesn't mean shit. Why is it sinking in the first place is my question. And what's going to be done about it? I don't believe in it. I don't believe in this management. And as we discussed on our last pub chat video, the sporting director, Moncada going, or at least being demoted and a sporting director coming in, is the minimum I expect to be done, let alone what else is required to be done. And if that means like Scaroni going, if that means Ferlani being replaced as CEO, if that means Ibra getting kicked the fuck out of the squad and stop using us as some sort of fucking advertising campaign, do it, because none of it is working. It's not helping the squad. It's not helping the coach. It's not helping the players. It's a fucking joke. It's an absolute joke. Makes us look embarrassing. And now the fans are just like, we're fed up with it. And the resentment that we have to now look, we cast our resentments onto the players because of it is so poor. I believed in players more like fucking Krunic and Salamakers and who else did we fucking have? Who was that other dude? We had a midfield. I can't remember the name now. I got him from Torino on loan or something. Players like that, trash players. I believed in what they did because at least there was heart there, and they believed in what we were trying to achieve as a club and on the pitch. I just got no belief in these lot. Pulisic there loses the ball sloppily. Sorry, just ranting for like 5 minutes whilst nothing happens on the pitch. I mean, the fact we're 1-0 down is just. Yeah, so Joey, we did a video actually just on our sporting director pick. We did a video actually. Me personally, I'd go for Giovanni Sartori from Bologna as a first choice. I think I recommend you rewatch the video that we put out on Pub Chat for that, and the reasons why I picked them. But in short, it comes down to Teo. It comes down to knowledge of the league. It comes down to just a great history of signing and selling players at the right time for Bologna and Atalanta. I think he's a great great person for that role. Yeah, even though look, there probably are some good ones that we're linked to Iglitare and yeah, just for me he'd be my favorite. But like we discussed though, I've been talking to the guys on this one. I think personally, like I want to see Ferlani go, but for me, get Galliani in because if Monza get fucking relegated, I think just give that guy one last hurrah. And I think we need someone like Galliani and someone who understands this club. Fuck's happened there? He's got booked. Conceição got booked. Yeah, I know Sartori's not on their list, but wishful thinking, innit? Fuck their list. Just end the half, man. We've seen enough. Yeah. So let me just go into a couple of these comments here because they are. Josh, bang on. Fish rots from head down. Cardinale knows nothing about football. Many of these people know nothing about football. Ferlani knows nothing about football. Just let alone Serie A. If you know nothing about the fucking sport, let alone the league, we're doomed. Galliani would be a dream. I don't think Maldini would ever come back unless this owner goes. Fact of the matter. Why would you join? Why would you rejoin a club if you don't believe in a project? Like, unless the owner goes. No. Thomas, I'm going to disagree with you on this one. As much as he might have said that, yeah, I legitimately think he knows, once again, he knows nothing about football. And I think a lot of these owners who take over these clubs see it as a business, and don't get me wrong. But you know why he knows nothing about football? Who is he employed in the management positions? He's paying these people. He's paying Forlani as a CEO. He's paying Ibra for whatever the fuck he's doing. He's paying Scaroni. He's paying, like, if you know anything about football, that would not be the people that represent you and who are pushing this club forward or trying to push this club forward. That's how I know he knows nothing about football. He's a fucking clown. If you knew anything about football, you'd rock up to the 125th year anniversary of the club. And that's got nothing to do with Milan. I mean, Christ, it's clear as day that you don't need to know about Milan to know if it's the 125th year anniversary, you fucking attend the game. Didn't even go to the Super Cup. If you know anything about football, you're present as an owner. And it doesn't have to be on the fucking training ground every day, but you're present at games. The fans see you. They see that you care. They see that you believe. If they see you every once in a fucking blue moon, then you know nothing about football. He's a clown. I hope he fucks off. I hope he doesn't make the next payment or whatever the fuck the deal is. And I hope it goes back into the hands of Elliot. Because to be honest, even I believe in Elliot with a quarter of the budget than him running it with his clowns. We could spend all the money in the world and this is what you see. Once again, the fourth game in a row where we've had a better side on paper, but doesn't translate to the performance on the pitch. Why? So I'm not going after you, Thomas, man. I love you. I love you for your comments, man. It's just more the fact that this situation is very frustrating right now. Very frustrating. Jimenez. What's the best way? I'm just going to call him Santiago. Santiago Jimenez has been shit this game. He has been awful. Every time I pop my eye out, especially in the final third, that guy needs to sort his fucking game out when it comes to being more clinical. We signed him for a fucking reason. Spent a lot of money on him. Geezer, you should be eating up these opportunities. Eating up these opportunities. Isaac, I love you to bits, man. I know you're the GOAT when it comes to Sempre Milan, but it's Lecce. It's fucking Lecce, man. It's Lecce. I love you to bits, man. I love you for dialing in and dropping a comment in. Oh, hi, Matt. Greeting from Paris. What are you drinking at the moment? I'm on the Gronies right now. I fucking wish I was on the Gronies right now. I wish I was off my bloody rocker. My bloody rocker. And I wish I was absolutely plastered because watching this, you got to be absolutely steaming, or you got to believe in God to the point that, this shit doesn't impact your mental health. Like, this is absolutely crazy. I'm drinking Estrella, fantastic lager in an Estrella glass as well. Bringing it back home. Well, we pay like £7.60 for a pint over in England. Why pay £7.60 when you can have a fantastic lager at home for the price of, I think it's like £2 something. Yeah, great beer. Okay, if everyone dialing in, 71 people in the stream at half time. Let's keep those numbers coming up. I'm not reviewing the first half. Fuck this team. Fuck this ownership. Like, there's no point. Let's just rant and bant. Rants and bants. Jimenez has been shit, hasn't he? Yeah, he has been shit. Put Tammy in. Put fucking Camarda in if he's still alive. I don't know whether Camarda's gone. I'd rather see Camarda play right now. Play the Primavera. Play the Primavera. I'd rather get gassed over Camarda's first ever goal if he ever gets there than seeing this shit right now. Is he even on the bench? He's on the bench. That's annoying. We need Italian midfielder. Get Ricci. I think you're Ricci. You spelled Ricci. There's no H in Ricci, but it's cool. I got what you mean. I'm all for the ideas of players that we need to sign. Don't get me wrong. I'm all for that. But at the end of the day, this is Lecce that we're playing. This ain't one of the best teams in the world. Yet we are absolutely making this tough for ourselves. Yes, we put 2 goals behind the goal and they've both been offside. But this is Lecce, and this is the problem. Too many times this season, we've seen performances like this. There's something mentally not right, and you can get all the players you want to in the world. It ain't going to fix that. There is something toxic. There is a toxic problem at this club right now that needs to be rooted out to get the baseline performances from here to here. And then we can talk about adding quality to this squad. Because at the moment, you can have all the fucking best players in the world come in. Unless, to be honest, unless they are the best players in the world and it just comes down to quality, then we should whoop the arse of Lecce off the side. But upgrading the squad doesn't mean shit when the performances are so poor, when the work rate is so poor. I'm embarrassed by how this team plays sometimes all the time, to be honest. The way the defense, the way we lose the ball so sloppy in the final third, it leads to a quick transition in their attack. Fucking hell, 9th place, man. 2 points off, 2 points above Udinese. Yeah, this is the problem. We're committing all but a couple players full. We can't get a goal against Lecce. Lecce. It's fucking Lecce. I don't give a shit if we lost the previous games and our morale's down there. You deal with it right now. No, don't get me wrong. I'm all for this is comment here about Santi. Let's not jump on him right now. But it's a shit game. It's a shit couple of games. Yeah, does need to find his feet. I mean, the environment's not going to help him right now, is it? He's not coming into an environment that's going to help him get the best form, is it? I mean, he's been thrown into the fucking fire. Except the shit storm of the season, Mats. Allow Isaac, man. Allow Isaac. He's just trying to be positive and stuff, isn't it, man? The guy's favorite player is Florenzi and Krunic. What we got here? A counter attack sucks. All right, so everything sucks, man. Yeah, look, this is the Conceição. He does look like he's aged a month. I feel really bad for a coach coming into this situation right now. I feel really bad about it. And he's gotten absolutely abused for his substitutions and how he manages his side. It just comes to the point where I don't believe that there's only so much a coach can do. There's only so much a coach can do, and we're gonna turn into a Manchester United if we don't watch out. Keep thinking the coach is the problem. Keep sacking them and same shit again and again and again. There's something toxic in this club. Root out the fucking toxicity of whatever the fuck that is, and that's difficult to do when the ownership is the ownership and the management is the management. Reaper Gaming. Was that you again about... who mentioned Zeroli? Someone mentioned Zeroli. What happened to Zeroli? What happened to Chaka Traore? They're not good enough right now. They're not good enough right now. If we can't get performances, starting players like Reinders and all these other ones here, they're not good enough right now. I said that. I said like Kamada to get him off the bench, but like for me, I really wish we could just end the fucking season right now. I really wish we could just reset the season, like not reset and start again, but like just call it, man. Forfeit every fucking game because right now there's just nothing that's going to fix this shit. I've not noticed Bondo. I'm not gonna lie. I've not really noticed him, man. I'm not gonna lie. But like, if you guys have, then fair play. Team was performing better under Fonseca. Agreed. Yeah, look, agreed. Don't get me wrong, but then it's like a virus, isn't it? The more it just has Conceição been a victim of the shit the first half of the season, which is then just escalating further and further. Like we weren't saying that shit when he got those performances at the Super Cup. Well, but Fonseca's issue was the consistency of the side, which then, well, what happened after the Super Cup? There was no consistency. And little by little, it gets worse and worse and worse. That's the problem. Fonseca had that issue. Conceição's got that issue. So it's neither of those two coaches' fault. Well, is it their fault? But is it like it doesn't... It gets to the point where if consistency is an issue and you've gotten rid of... And two coaches are seeing it, then is it the coach's problems? Are we getting the coach selections wrong all the time? Pioli had an issue with consistency as well. Let's not forget that too. Times as well, Pioli had issues with consistency. It was different though. It was different. But I believe in averages. But if two coaches within a season are seeing the same problems, then that's deeper than just what a coach can do. Consistency, yeah. The only consistency is that we're fucking crap. And bad, I guess. There you go. In a much more polite way to say it. Leao's coming off the bench. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? I don't mean like next game. I mean, where do we go from here as a squad? Sorry, as a club. What does the summer look like? I might turn off my notifications on Twitter because it's just like, where do we go? We've gone from a point, let alone a space of 2 years, but let's bring it back to last summer. We've gone from a point where standing in front of European football, Champions League specifically, hoping to a new season. And if we look from a risk element, what's next for our future? The risk was on the lower end of things derailing and essentially going backwards. It's flipped completely. I mean, in the space of 6 months, it's flipped completely. That we walk into a summer, once again, not knowing who our coach is going to be, not knowing who's going to direct this club forward from a management perspective, not knowing if the fucking owner can make the repayments still, not knowing what our budget will be, not knowing what players will stay, not knowing what style of football we believe in. We're playing catch up with the rest of the league. Those teams know how they're going to play. They know who their coach is going to be. They know what players they're keeping. They have less things to fix. We have more things to fix than we did the previous season and the season before that. But we've bought so many players. We've addressed the depth issue. This is a better squad on paper than what was there towards the end of the season when Maldini was sacked and Ibra retired. This is a better squad. So how have we got to the point when we have more questions than answers? I mean, fuck me. It's damning that I'm staring at Gianpaolo right now coaching this Lecce side. And it's scary right now. It's bringing me back to 2019. It's bringing me back to that moment when, 7 games he coached for us before he got sacked. It's bringing me back to that moment where I didn't believe in this club. I didn't like this club anymore. Like from liking and to wanting to watch games. How far we've fallen, it's disgraceful. It's absolutely disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful. Sharpshooter, good to have you in, man. What you got to say? Top down, the culture of this club went to shit this season. It starts from the top. Non-existent owner with a bunch of incompetent, inexperienced, arrogant clowns in management. 1,000% right. 1,000% right. And I want to be crystal clear about it. It's got nothing to do with the fact that he's American as well. We had great American people running this club previously. I loved what Elliot did. I fucking love what Elliot did. But you know what? They went to those games. What's his name? It was the singer, the son. He went to those games. Even the dad went to those games. Where the fuck is this bum? Where is he? The guy went to a game towards the end of the season when we won the Scudetto and thought it was all fucking easy. Well, this is easy. I'll buy this club with money I don't have. It should run itself. I'll put my friends in charge. I'll turn a profit. That's all that matters, isn't it? Football. Gordon Singer. That's it. That's all that matters in football, isn't it? Just turning a profit. This club makes shitloads of money. I'll milk the work of what Gazidis did. The fact that he worked his arse off, aligning with what Elliot did to get this project back on track. On the pitch first, to allow us to be in a position to negotiate our leverage in football, our leverage to negotiate our Puma contract from, 13 million euros a year to 30 million euros a year on a 4 or 5 year deal. Gazidis did that, but he couldn't have done that unless the performances on the pitch has improved. It comes down to what's on the fucking pitch first. And this guy has come in and he has taken the luxuries of what was given to him. And I say given to him, he didn't take it. Because once again, unless he's got the fucking money to buy us outright, given to him. And I believe this guy will not have the money to buy us outright eventually. I think it's going to be some Saudi shit that takes over. But he took the luxuries of the build of this club that he walked into and he's turned it into shit. He has eroded the quality, the belief, the re-belief in the fans of this beautiful club, and he's turned it round. I mean, fucking well done, because you have to be the biggest arsehole in the world to be that incompetent to do something that incredible, that incredibly incompetent. You've got to be the biggest arsehole in the world. So many things have been done wrong. So many things have been done wrong. Even from a PR perspective. You want to flash your fucking off-white shirts, home and away, trying to get money. I keep telling you fans as well. Do not spend a fucking penny on merchandise until this club makes you believe in them again. You think I want to walk down the street with an off-white Milan top that cost me over 100 quid, maybe if not 200 pound, when we can't even? Oh yeah, that's a sick top. Isn't that club that used to be good? Oh yeah. I support them, innit? I did that shit during the banter era because I fucking love this club. I knew the reality of the situation. We were out of money, so I bought a shirt every fucking season. El Shaarawy in the back, Bonaventura twice on the back, Luis Adriano on the back. I bought those shirts because I knew the reality of the situation. This I cannot defend. I cannot defend the fact that we are in a better financial position, which came through to the hard work of great people like even Gazidis, like Maldini and Ricky Massara. And he's fucking turned it round. Anthony Amici, we're enjoying this L, mate. Don't worry, I don't give a fuck about the L. You don't give a shit about this fucking L. We gave up caring a long time ago, bro. We gave up caring a long time ago. But whilst you're here, man, how's your irrelevant club doing, yeah? You pop up once you fucking win a couple of games. Madonna. We can be shit for 2 decades and you'll still be worse than us. You'll be a piece of dirt in the history of football. We could be non-existent for probably 50 years and you'll still be irrelevant as a club. Anyway. Brian, love you to bits, man. Tomato right now. It's the same fucking thing. It's shit. I beg Lecce to score a second goal. I really hope they do. As it currently stands, also, just on that Walker point, I don't think he's going to stay next season, as it currently stands. Once again, why would you want to stay? And we probably don't believe him enough for him to stay. We'd want to pay his salary out, but just we probably will invest in a right back in the summer. It's let's ignore the Roma guy, but that's good comment there. Do you think Fonseca would have been done a better job at this point if he was not fired? I don't think we would have won the Super Cup. I don't think we would have won the Super Cup. I think there was a flash moment in time where the players actually believed in this project and the coach, because the timing of it so soon after Fonseca's dismissal, and then equally, so new coaching that's going to fix it, in it, and the players can somehow sing a tune. But I mean, overall, would we be in a worse position or a better position in the league or still in the Champions League? I don't know. I don't really know. I think the issue still persists that from an objective perspective, would we get would we have got top four? Oh, Santi hit the post. Would we have got top four if Fonseca stayed? And my answer is no. Santiago Jimenez hits the post. Anthony, bro. I'm putting you in timeout because I think I can do that. What else we got here? This would be really bad if we lose this game, though. I mean, I guess the question is, if we lose this game, will Conceição be sacked? That's the question. And yeah, he probably will be. I mean, going through having 3 coaches in one season is not a good look. Anyway, I'm not saying he shouldn't be sacked if he didn't lose this game, but like if we lose this game, but like it's just not a good look, is it? Like any business, having wholesale changes that often in the middle of, I guess it would be like trade but like in the middle of a season in this case, the importance of it is just not a good look. It's something that teams in the relegation zones do. Let's go moving the ball forward, but still no goal. Yeah, on the ball. Puts the cross in, and Musa somehow headers it away from goal. Let me get the rest of my beer because I can't watch the rest of this game without alcohol, sadly. Ugh. Did I miss anything? No, I didn't. Substitution. That's what I missed. I've got a fucking bottle opener. That'll do. Yeah. Yeah, I'm about this chat. Go on. Any seen good movies lately? What's been out lately? Not really anything good in the cinema. TV, I like. If you're a fan, I like Severance on Apple TV. It's a great show. Bit out there though. Last couple of episodes have been a bit weird. I'm all for like deep plots. I know. I think the guy who wrote it, the director's like the guy who did Lost or some shit. So I was a big fan of Lost back in the day. I'd love a mystery. From's kind of similar to that as well. But yeah, Severance I'd recommend if you're into a show and you like a little bit of mystery, I guess, to it. Nothing else to recommend other than that. I mean, other than that, I'm just playing shitloads of Pokemon Pocket. Great little game. Yeah, I mean, Zlatan needs to go. I find him annoying as fuck. I mean, if you ain't watched The Sopranos, yeah, Madon. Sopranos, yeah, is a goat show, an absolute David Chase, incredible. A Soprano, they always say there would be no Breaking Bad if there wasn't a Sopranos. The first ever show where the anti-hero was liked. Well, I guess the invention of the anti-hero in itself, but incredible show. James Gandolfini is from, his family's from where my family's from, and he got the key to that town. I think he's on this interview once, like in the actor's studio or something like that, and he mentions it. And I always got a lot of love for James Gandolfini. He's one of the best actors of all time. Nothing, and not just because of that role in The Sopranos, but he's how good he was in that show was just incredible. Let alone like the writing, the rest of the casting. Yeah, one of the best shows of all time. You haven't watched The Sopranos? Incredible. I haven't finished watching The Wire yet, and I think that's also a great show. That's on my bucket list before I die. Definitely got to finish that. I'll definitely probably finish that before Milan get the 20th Scudetto. What's this, Thomas? I watched The Society of the Snow, a year or two old. Hold on. And 2-0 Lecce. Kristovic, 2-0. Pay no attention. Pay no attention. Pay no attention. Fucking hell. Let me turn the light on as well because damn, it's getting dark. Damn. For anyone jumping on the stream, I've not just walked out because it's 2-0. I acknowledge the goal. I just need to put the light on a little bit more. I mean, what can we say? What can we say? Let's just lighten's a bit shit. He kind of scuffed it a little bit, but fair play to the guy, man. Great goal. Great finisher, man, this guy. Great finisher. So let me fix this fucking light before I... If I'm more entertaining than the game of football, then this club's fucking doomed. This club is doomed. Yeah, it's 2-0. We're shit. I need to get back on the podcast, man, because it's just like, the thing is, we're all saying the same thing. It's getting to the point where it's just like, it's over, man. Kill the stream, kill this fucking season. Nah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It gets to the point where like I don't even care where we finish right now because we're not going to get relegated. Yeah, the reality is we're not going to get relegated. However, we are not going to also get a European spot that I give a fuck about. I don't give a shit about the Europa League. I don't give a shit about the Conference League. It's Champions League or nothing for me. Otherwise, I need to look at next season as a potential objective to try to get back in as a club. So right now, it's kind of like I don't care as low as we finished. It's irrelevant. Like the money in Serie A is so shit. It doesn't matter if you finish 9th or if you finish fucking 13th. Like it's so shit. It doesn't matter. It's just more, I'd rather we fucking suffer and we are humbled that something outrageously drastic happens. And then by that, I mean this owner fucks off. The Kurvasud need to stop going to games as well. It doesn't mean shit, yeah? When you walk out on you enter the game on the 13th minute. It doesn't mean nothing. You're still in the game. I want to see empty fucking Cordovas. Because that's the difference, man. I ain't been to a game in fucking years because I'm not going to spend money to watch this shit. I'm not been convinced since fucking management took over. That's why I don't buy any Milan shirts anymore. If you don't believe in the project, why are you buying like... I think it's the hard thing is that they've paid money for their season ticket. And I respect that, man, because these people will be there game in, game out through rain and snow. But like, you either go for the fucking 90 or don't show up at all. Rocking up on the 13th minute doesn't mean shit because at the end of the day, you still paid for your ticket. And there's nothing you can do about it right now because you bought a season ticket. But the very least you can do is make those stands look fucking empty for 90 minutes. And these players can say all the shit they want. Oh, it's hard as it is because, you know, every wrong pass we do and the fans will get on our back. What's your fucking excuse tonight? You got away fans celebrating you. The last 3 games, we're about to lose 3 out of the last 4 games away from home. Like it's to the point where like something ridiculously like a message needs to be sent. We can pump messages on social media attacking the guy who or the girl who works for the AC Milan social thing. Like right now, I'll go on Twitter right now. Yeah, I'll go on Twitter right now because it will be that Milan are 2-0 down. Yeah, one sec, and I'll put my fucking screen on as well. Here you go. Goal. Lecce 2-0 Milan. And what's this? Comments. All this shit here, yeah? About, well, not shit. You know, fair play. Write your stuff, man, if it's the way you want to communicate with this club. They're gone, you know, che schifo. You know, all this stuff. Yeah, I got nothing. Maldini. Like, this stuff here, do you think the fucking admin cares? Do you think the admin actually cares? They probably muted the comments. They probably muted the replies. They slap on the updates because they have to, and it's their job. But it's not the fucking admin's fault how shit this club is. The admin's just doing a job. But the things that we can do, that's directly going to impact the people that we need it to impact, is the money. The money you want to spend on this club. Merchandise. Tickets to games. Reset the fucking baseline of what this club thinks is acceptable. And that comes to the fans. There's no club without fans because that's a massive revenue stream. I'm not saying bankrupt this fucking club, but make it hurt where it needs to hurt in the pockets of this fucking Asino who runs this club. Because if he thinks he can walk into this club and think it's going to be BAU and he can take over what was incredibly done. Our average season ticket attendance went through the fucking roof because of what great people did at the top of this club who had to work through struggle. The money we made from revenue from sponsorship deals went through the roof because of the hard work that was done, not just on, but also off the pitch by great people who led a team forward with a great project idea. It's actually infuriating how some great people did a great job for this club, this great club. And these people, under any circumstance, if they were a player or if they were a coach, look at performance, KPIs, whatever you want to call it, fucking objectives, yeah? A player is sold. If you equate the performances of what they've done from a management perspective to results, a player is sold for those like-for-like performances. A coach is sacked for those like-for-like performances. Yeah, these people can stay around in their job. Why? They need to go. All of them. The CEO, gone. Ferlani, get the fuck out of here. Scaroni, you old fuck, get the fuck out of here. No one even knows what you do. Ibra, you melt with your fucking advertising. Advertising a bank. Fuck off. You're fired as well. Moncada, you can't even scout the new Messi if he was staring you right in the face. Out. Gianpaolo is the fucking coach of this squad right now. The guy who didn't even last 7 games for us after he got sacked after 7 games. He's coaching a 2-0 performance against us right now. Embarrassing. This is and once again, I said at the start of the stream, the concern for this season was how many games we've lost in the league. That's 2-1 apparently. Got notifications a bit late. Someone's just scored for Milan. Let's watch this goal. Liao and João Felix scuffed the shot, and it counts as an own goal. But nonetheless, I'll compare. Fucking, what the fuck is that goal? I'll carry on my tirade. We're currently staring at our 9th loss of the season, anyway, if this continues, or what would be our 9th draw of the season if this continues. Was Liao offside there? I will fucking laugh if that was offside. I think Liao was offside there. I think Liao was offside. We don't deserve to fucking score anyway. I beg you, VAR this. I beg you to fucking VAR this. Oh no, I counted it. To the point where I actually would prefer if it was offside. 2-1. Gallo own goal. Liverpool won at least. Where are they in the table? Oh, they're coasting it, man. Fucking hell. I got 2 games over Arsenal, though. 16 points, jeez. That league is cooked. Yeah, it's just me ranting, man. What's going on here? Another offside. Yeah, had to be an own goal. Had to be an own goal. Sharpshooter, man. Was it offside? No, he was onside. He was legit onside. I'm actually rooting on Lecce. I'm actually rooting on Lecce right now. I'd rather fucking Lecce score a third. I'd rather Kristovic. Is he still on the pitch, this guy? Yeah, he is. Bang a hat trick, bro. Sportiello's so like clunky, man, isn't it? It's like a fucking statue. Oh, rigore. 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 That looked clear though. Good bit of link up play there from Tammy. I think it was Reinders and Pulisic. These are fucking at the mare, Lecce. Sportello started, Thomas, because Mike's suspended. I think got sent off at the end of the game against Lazio for like dissent. That little bread and butter has a penalty. Pulisic taking it. I'm sure he'll score. Yeah. Good bit of play there, though. Good bit of play, though. Come on, make it 2-2. Come on. Make it 2-2. Pulisic taking it. Two. Good penalty. Good penalty. Yeah, 2-2. There you go. Scoreline's updated. Oh, yeah. Kind of also, he kind of hit it just true and hard, kind of somewhat central. Hits it well. I'd say it's like the best penalty in the world, but it hits it well, I guess. So some substitutions for Lecce. Yeah, Milan is back, Anthony. We're fucking you from behind. Below you in the table. That's what we're doing. Come talk to us in the summer when your best player comes back to us and we're not going to sell him to you. And you can take back Tammy. Speaking of Roma, I was talking about like sacking a third coach, but Roma do some shit similar to that. But anyway, I actually hate Roma. I actually don't mind Roma. I prefer them to like Lazio and like obviously other clubs like Napoli and Inter, Juve. Don't actually mind Roma, but like, yeah, man. I think you guys don't make it easy for yourselves, though, man. You got that melt on Twitter. Is it Lupo? Whatever his name is. Cries about everything. Anyway, Sotila looks like he's coming on, and so yeah, Sotila for Fana. Sotila at right back. Okay, I mean that's here we are. Got about 10 wingers on the pitch. Why is that a foul? He got the ball. What would be very typical is if we get a fucking red card right now. We'll probably get a red card right now, and then Lecce will get a third. Let's talk about this. Brian, what you saying? Let's pull this one up. How nice is it? Your opinion? Sorry, how nice is it, in your opinion, that since Kessie left, we still haven't replaced him as an actual number 6? Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, clear as day. There's this opinion that, yeah, red card, ciao, imagine. There's an opinion that I think if Tonali came back, that if we had Tonali, Fofana, and Reinders, it would be like the perfect midfield. I disagree with that. I think we would still struggle to control games the way we did with Kessie. I think Tonali is, a fantastic player. Works really hard. He's got incredible vision as a midfielder. Works fantastically. I think with Tonali though, and that idea that him coming back and that trio with Reinders and Fofana being perfect, I disagree with it because it's Tonali essentially kind of like burns out after like 70 minutes. Kessie was great, and it's now that since he's gone, I kind of quite similar to Seedorf and his time, that you really respect what he did for us. I'm not comparing to Seedorf, but I'm just saying it's kind of like how I didn't respect Seedorf as much as I did until he was gone, was because the way that Kessie controlled games of football and helped us slow down the pace, recovered the ball well, and essentially was there game in, game out, 90 minutes all the time, ox with his strength, and never burnt out. And I think that comes down to intelligence of the game and intelligence of an understanding like the pitch as a whole, understanding where you should conserve your energy in certain moments. And that helps you also not be too overzealous when it comes to attacking moments of the game. So I think, yeah, I completely agree. Our team would be in a much more different place if we still had Kessie. I think to that Fofana piece with Reinders and Tonali, I think the answer to the question is the midfield's perfect if it's Kessie, Tonali, and Reinders. I think Fofana is a really good player. I just don't think if we're talking about that midfield that we had, he's not as good as Kessie and he's not as good as Tonali. And the reasons is because he doesn't recover the ball as well as Tonali and Kessie. Kessie also gives us a whether we like it or not, like scoring penalties. I used to think like when Kessie scored his penalties, I'm like, great, but they're penalties. Now I'm like, fucking hell, can we have someone that can take penalties? Because Christ, it's been 2 years a year of this shit now since Giroud's gone that we haven't got a penalty taker. But Kessie was a given. Like, that season when we got back into the Serie A, into the Champions League, when he scored over 10 or 11 goals, and most of them come from penalties, specifically the 2 against Atalanta, the last game of the season. It was a given when he took penalties. He was going to score. It's an element to his game, whether you like it or not. And he also wasn't bad from long distance shooting and popping up in the box. He was a goal threat, let alone the fact what he does as an all-round midfielder, specifically his strength. Whereas Tonali as well, long distance shooting, incredible passer of the ball. I think that's your perfect midfield. And then you think Tijani Reinders as more of an attacking midfielder and how he links up with the attackers. That's your perfect trio in my mind in a 4-3-3. Leao, good save. So sorry, I've kind of like stretched that answer a little bit. Let me just. I'll answer this question. Do we still call our goalkeeper Magic Mike for now? Or is it just Mike? He's still Magic Mike technically because he's still doing performances for your mum still. So, until he stopped doing that, then he'd still be Magic Mike. Who else we got here? That was Atalanta, Thomas, but yeah, fair point. Good memory though. That's the thing as well. So this is a key thing as well. Spot on. Fofana in possession. 3-2. 3-2. Leao assist to Pulisic. Is that Pulisic? It was Pulisic, yeah. 3-2. Fofana sloppy in possession. Kessie wasn't. That's my point. 3-2 Pulisic. We're fucking back, baby. Let's go. Let's go. I don't even believe that in myself. Conceição loves a comeback, I guess, innit? Now, hold your ground, sharpshooter. Don't go back to watching this shit. It's still shit. It's still shit. Pulisic gets his second goal of the game. Leao. Good cross. I don't think Leao got the assist for the first goal because of the whole... I hit off like 10 bodies before it went in. Yeah, it was just cancelling that goal. You get a hat-trick, Pulisic. Yeah. Oh, man. This is... Classique, this game. Oh, no. Sorry, this one here. Remember the 3-3 comeback against Lecce? It wasn't 3. It was 4-3. It was 4-3. We were 3-0 down at half-time. I think it was 3-0 at half-time. Or at least 2-0 when they scored a third in the second half. I think it was 3-0 at half-time. And then, Boateng scored a hat-trick. And I think Mario Yepes scored the winning goal. We won 4-3. But yeah, I remember those 2 Boateng goals, the first 2. Oh, I still see them in my dreams, man. Incredible. Rockets. Much respect, Anthony, man. Much respect. It's all love. It's all love. Rebic coming on as well. Go on, the psycho. Yeah, Rebic does wear number 3. So we had a question actually in the first half. Who's the best player that wears the shittest shirt number? I think I think that's it. I love Rebic, man. I love him the bits, man. I love him. He's a psycho. Like I will never not love him as a player. So when I say the best player, a player I respect and love quite a lot, wearing one of the shittest numbers, has to be Ante Rebic, wearing number 3 for Lecce. Yeah, that's up there, man. Yeah, Rebic, man, was crazy. I loved him, man. Psycho. The Juventus killer. Oh, that goal against Juventus in behind closed doors when we beat them 3-0. That was so sick, man. Or like when he scored the header against Juve. And he was like, calm down. He's like, I'm here. This is my fucking house. What a G. Yeah, Sportiello was pretty shit. I will give you that. Oh, Lecce. We've cleared it though. Go on, Tammy. Not bad touch, man. I wouldn't mind. I actually wouldn't mind a Rebic goal, even if it costs us a win, just to get gassed. My dog's been snoring the whole fucking game. Let me get the mic on him quickly. What's that? Oh, he stopped now. He stopped. He knows he's going to get filmed. Ay. Come on. Jeez. Like, it's 3-2, yeah. And the result, all that counts, yeah, at this point. Yeah. How are we still having moments where, like there should be an element of control of the game? We're winning the game, yet we're like, it's like Lecce like all over us, man. What the fuck is going on here? This Kristovic, man, he's at a blinder of the game. $87 minutes on the clock here. Big win. It's such a huge win. This is massive game. Back in the top 4 title race now. Top 4 title race. The top 4 race. We're back, guys. We're back. Como, was it at home next game? We'll cook them as well. Probably beat them like 2-1 with a scrappy own goal in the last minute. We're back. Huge win. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna make it. I don't know what it is, but we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. It might be a steaming pile of shit on the plate, but we're gonna make it. Oh, got a feel for someone like Ricardo Sotilia. This kid came to us on loan, thinking, "Oh yeah, big move in it, big move," and like for his career, you can't help but think it's like something from like the banter era when we're just kind of like loan deals for the sake of it with a player that was kind of like has had a couple of alright seasons, like average, and he's like, yeah, yeah, big. I'm at Milan now, and he's like not getting any game time, and he's basically like, I'll pay you all £100 if we buy him outright. We're not going to buy him. The kid's playing at right back right now. Says it all. Um, Pavlovich. If Pavlovich was on the pitch, if Pavlovich was on the pitch, we definitely conceded more goals. Maybe, maybe not. We'll never. I guess we'll never know, as Kanye says. Yeah, like that cigar. Jao Felix going to the box. Can't do nothing. Blood whistle ref. Come on, we need these 3 points. This is big. This is big. Come on. I don't trust us. I don't trust us keeping this mighty Lecce team out. Kristovic is on a hat trick. I don't trust us. We need the rest. Come on, there's got to be like 2 minutes stoppage time. We need this. We need this. This is going to turn around our season. There's still 10 games after this for us to lose many points. This is big. This is big. Ryan is getting turned in and out. Oh my god, they're Jao Felix loses the ball. Story of his life. Tam Abraham, Liao on a counter attack. He's got about 4 players around him. It doesn't matter. He's still Liao. He's been taken out. That's got to be yellow. That's got to be yellow. There's a booking. Get him off. Send him off. Oh, it's Kristovic as well. It's all right, lad, man. You look pretty good. We might buy you in the summer. Come join a side that's fighting the race of who gets 8th place. Maybe one day. I'll never get hired because I swear too much. I'd never get hired. I'm not PG enough for IFTV and Golazo Sports, whatever the fuck those idiots do. Talk about who is it? Who is it? Grella said some shit about like it was a game the other day. I can't remember what it was now. I don't know. I'm not gonna shit on them. Oh, Tammy with a long distance shot. Yeah, I mean, fair. That was it. The Nuno Tavares. I've never seen a guy like what was it? That fast or some shit or like it's something about like either the left back thing or just like his speed or physicality, as if he's not just seen players like Teo Hernandez and like even the same position. Yeah, there's players who have had better seasons from a statistical perspective and from a performance perspective than what Nuno Tavares is having. Look, Nuno Tavares has been a great player this season for Lazio. Was it like highest assists in the league or some shit like that? Great, incredible. But Teo Hernandez has been doing incredible work for a good couple of years. You got Di Marco. You've got even like fucking back in the day, Robin Goosens for Atalanta. incredible left backs, man. Don't be coming here with your recency bias, talking like he's the next best thing since fucking sliced bread. Some of the shit, man, that those people say is so outlandish, It's incredible. It's incredible. Could never be me, man. Could never be me. Like, I'm biased to Milan, but I'm also kind of like, when it comes to the rest of the league, yeah, I'm realistic. That guy's ain't got a fucking clue about football, man. Bonetti as well, man. Don't let Bonetti think, yeah, because that guy deleted his João Felix is the best technical player since Ronaldinho has played for Milan. Comment on Twitter got deleted. Don't let that guy think he's like slick. Guy's a fucking fool and a mule. Appreciate it, man. Got the memory of an elephant. I'm not good with like metaphors. That's what I'm good with, like just memory of Milan. Sadly, it's like PTSD. That's deep, man. Maddie tries, man. Maddie tries. I've always said if he shaves his beard, he might not look as as good as he might go down like from a good looks perspective, but like he might get some IQ back. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, 3-2 Milan won. By the way, is Bonetti actually a clown? Well, yeah, I think he used to. Didn't he used to go as the handle was like the real like Milan guy or some shit? He's basically an alleged Milan fan. Yeah, that has found his way into media. And yeah, like you know what? The one guy I love, I've met him in person, is Marco, and I respect Marco for the way that he's developed a business from, as in IFTV. I think he's, I think deep down there's a sound guy that I really like him. I think what what the Golazo Sport thing is trying to do is be like, I don't know. Obviously, not taking themselves too seriously. I love that. It's really nice, but I'd appreciate a bit more IQ on the panel when it comes to when it comes to football, man. Yeah, we don't have that over here because obviously I'm not American or Canadian, but like if you guys watch that, man, maybe you see something different. But like I'm probably watching that for a bit of banter, but like I'm not watching that for a bit of IQ when it comes to the game. But yeah, I won't say anything about Spirally Pasta either. Yeah, Marcos hustle is admirable. I've got to say, man. Well, the brand, the IFTV is sick. Sick what they've done. Yeah, Leao was big, man. Was big for the game. Leao was massive for the game. Once again, it's what we said in the first half. This is beer over there. That would have been the worst thing about the game. This is the concern about the idea of selling Leao. We could get 80 to 100 mil. We could get less. But let's say at best case scenario, we get all the money of fucking the war chest is unlocked because of that. Do you think not only is this management going to do cheers Josh, man, appreciate your comments today. Do you think this management is going to do what the right thing is to replace Leao and equally replace the level of quality in the squad, let alone the fact, do you think this team's even going to adapt well enough to be stay at least somewhat competitive with Leao going? They're not. Like, he's so huge from a creativity perspective. It's going to be a massive wake-up call. And I think it's going to take us years to get around the fact that he's no longer here. So I'm not willing to roll the dice and sell Leao. Not when he's technically our best player. He's not the fucking face of Milan fans, man. He's not the face of Milan fans. Esteban, appreciate it, man. Appreciate everyone, everyone who's jumping in right now and dialing out. Appreciate everyone's time and everyone's energy, because it's not a good time right now to be a Milan fan. We've got the win tonight, but who gives a shit, because we're out of the top 4 race anyway. So and it's not fun to watch these games either. Like I said at the start of the game, convince me with a convincing performance, and I still come away from a game like that just kind of laughing at how we played. But I appreciate the fact that you guys are still kind of tuned into elements of this club. And if it means watching a live stream, then I appreciate you guys and giving your comments and giving your opinions too. Cheers, Brian, man. I appreciate your comments too. But work on spelling Pavlovic, man. That's the important thing, because we might start next game. Appreciate AC Milan 1899 as well. You've been here since the start of the stream too. Yeah, look, guys, we've been over 2 hours, as we usually do with live streams. We're trying to make fun of it still, with a season that's not being fun at all. I ranted quite a lot on this stream. I rant quite a lot on our pub chat videos. There's a lot not to be happy about right now at the club, but I think the important thing, guys, is everyone dip, man. I'm gonna end the stream in about a couple minutes, but the important thing is there's much more to life. And like I said, man, if you're not feeling the club right now, do what's right and make your opinions heard, whether it's social media, whether it's not buying merchandise. Do what's right by, don't just kind of feed the beast and allow Cardinale to get your hard-earned money for what isn't good enough performances from top to bottom as a club. So go from that, man. But anyway, guys, look, appreciate your time. No worries, Brian. Appreciate your time, everyone. We'll catch up next time. Have great rest of your weekends. And if it's Saturday night or Saturday morning or Saturday evening, or sorry, afternoon, or even turning into Sunday, enjoy what's left of your weekend, man. God bless. Forza Milan for always, per sempre. See you next time.